Well, what is going on, tribe, and welcome back to another Galaxy of Heroes video with me, your boy Scribe. How y'all doing today? I hope you all are fine and dandy. Today we are looking at the pirates. They can actually do some stuff in the raid. Who knew? Who knew? Let's go check it out. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, so a couple of things before we begin. I've been successful in clearing out pirates with a 4-man team of pirates at the Relic 7 tier underman for 1.8 million and the 2.7 million tier with a 5th to fill. Unfortunately, I don't have a full team of pirates. I'm missing enough relic levels on Nest. I'll try it when I get kicks. When I get kicks up and running, I'm sure I'll do 2.7 mil. Probably goes up to the top tier. One thing I will say, at the time of this recording, it does appear that the modifier for the pirate faction is not working correctly. This faction bonus over here, whenever a pirate gains a stack of profit, they dispel all debuffs on themselves, and their next ability deals bonus true damage equal to 10% of their max health. That only half works. From my experience, the bonus true damage just does not trigger. Okay, maybe CG is going to fix that soon. We'll have to wait and see on that one. So let's go over it. Straight in at the Relic 7 tier. So I can do this undermanned. Yes, I'm over-relicked here, but it works. The Relic 7 tier is a lot easier than the Relic 8 tier because we gain no bonuses, basically. Captain Athana with his updated leadership over here. I've got him at 335 speed and a lot of damage. 10.3k on the old offensives over here. Now, I am running a crit damage triangle because he does have good crit chance, so you might as well run it. Next up, we have got Smee. Smee, we like to have him at about 300 speed and boatloads of offense. Again, you can get him on crit damage, or you can try, if you've got super fast mods, maybe you can get an offense set with an offense primary up here, still keep him around 300 speed and as much damage as you can. 192 crit damage and 105k 10.5k offense over here. Now, I've got him over 100% crit chance. He still doesn't crit all the time. It's a bit annoying, but there we go. You might be better off just swapping this out for offense, truth be told. Finally, we've got Quiggold over here. 299 speed. You do not want him going before your Smee. You want him going right after Smee, okay? And all I'm putting on him is some health and tenacity. That's literally it. He's just there to tank, there to survive, not really to do damage. He's the trickiest customer of the lot. Finally, we've got Hondo Onaka. I've got him at 317 speed. Don't really think that's necessary. Got him some protection where we can. It's probably better to have protection here than health, but that is the way the cookie crumbles. If the pirate modifier ends up working, we might need to remod, because, you know, we might need to. Anyway, let's go into the Underman and how we go about doing it. Alright, so at this tier, what we are looking to do is defeat these two as quickly as possible. You're going to start off with Ethano's first special over here. Lower your shields and you want to target Apo. That's going to do some pretty significant damage if you're modded like I am. Good damage there. We don't want to target Fox with that, because when we target Fox with that, he's going to actually reduce the stacks of execute. Now, if you've got a 5th, this is going to be so much easier because you have to worry less about these stacks of execute. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to call in Smee against Fox. We're going to do solid damage over here. And then it should be Smee's turn. Use Smee's first special. Rip them limb from limb. Booyah, gotten rid of my boy. Now, this is the only real bit of RNG at the start. You need to use the special with Quiggold, Buccaneer. What that's going to do is it's going to, well, what you need it to do is blind everybody. Now, he does apply tenacity down first, so you do not need to mod for potency. However, there is always a base 15% chance that the enemy is going to resist that blind. We need it on everybody so they miss all their attacks. Okay, we didn't get it on this disguised clone trooper. I'll show you what happens. We're essentially going to lose a Jedi at the start because of all of these grenades. There we go. So, because we didn't get the blind on this disguised clone trooper, it doesn't work. Let's loop back round and I'll see you in a second. Alright, so once more with Fiending. Ethano's first special over on Apo. Good damage. Then we swap over and Hondo is going to call in Smee against Fox. We'll get solid damage once again. And then we are going to use this first special over here to take out Fox. Good stuff. After this, we need to get the blind on everybody. Think everybody got... No, not everybody got it. Who missed it? I think it was actually Fox over here. Apo, rather. So we might be okay with that. We might be okay with that. What we're going to do now is we're going to capture a Nightfall Trooper. It's very important to capture a Nightfall Trooper, ladies and gentlemen, because the Nightfall Troopers will have retribution as soon as the disguised clone troopers start to hide. All right. I did a mistake there. I shouldn't have used that first special from Smee on Apo. We could save it for Captain Athano's Intimidating Display. You should have really used Smee's first special on one of these disguised clone troopers. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get rid of Apo now. There he goes. And right now we need to... Yeah, we need to use the event special ability to gain ourselves additional stacks. We'll go ahead and use our second special now, get that buff immunity. Oh, the burning actually took care of him. That's very nice. Okay, so we need to focus on the Nightfall Trooper now, because he has got capture at the minute. Now, you can, if you need to, attack Lord Vader, but the bigger problem comes from when it gets back around to Quiggold's turn. He is going to AoE, nothing we can do about it, so we're going to eat a counterattack here, and that's going to reduce a stack of Execute. Smee then should be able to take out the Nightfall Trooper. Boom, boom, boom. Lovely jubbly. And, ooh, yeah, let's use the event special ability here. And hopefully defeat him. Wonderful, there we go. So usually if you make it through the first wave, you're typically going to be okay. You are going to be okay. Boom. You'll notice as well that Captain Athano, at this point, is going to ramp up ridiculous levels of damage. He is going to blow fields apart. You might lose Quiggold at this point. Honestly, it's actually okay. Going to target down this Nightfall Trooper. Now watch this. Watch this intimidating display. Boom! That's actually quite nice. That's actually quite nice. So it's good fun to be able to do that. Let's see now. And we could try and just phase it out a little bit. You know, do our cooldowns and stuff like that. But I'm just going to choose to power through over here. 1 tap. 2 tap. 3 tap. Shake hands. And we're into the last wave. Wonderful. As long as you don't lose everybody, it's usually okay. We're going to use the big special over here. This should always... I said should always kill everybody that you face off against, but apparently not. Apparently not. Let's have a look. Now we should be able to kill that guy with Hondo, so just get rid of him. Capture this guy, and then we should be down to the home straight at this point. Doesn't really matter. Oh, we've got another big boomer. Here we go, Captain Athano. Show them what you're made of. Boom, baby! Just clearing out the field. Athano actually doing some pretty significant damage over here. Significant damage. Good to see. Good to see. All right, ladies and gentlemen, that is how you are able to get the R7 tier done without too many issues. Underman, if you've got a full cadre of units, this can change. You can actually have your Smee go before your Hondo, and you can actually capture Fox at the start. All that sort of good business makes it a whole lot easier. Now we're going to go up to the next tier, to the R7 tier, R8 tier rather, and I'm going to throw in Plo Koon. There are probably other characters that can get it done, but Plo is going to be our test subject today. I didn't actually check if I'd modded Plo. I didn't actually check to see if I'd modded Plo. So we're going to open up the same once again. Over here, target down Apo just a little bit. And then we're going to go ahead and call in my boy Smee against the enemy Fox. And hopefully take him out now. Wonderful. Took him out. Okay, great. Now once again, you still need to get that AoE blind on everybody. Nice. Pretty sure I haven't modded my Plo Koon over here, which is a little bit on the frustrating side. Alrighty, so it's a little bit different of a setup now because these guys are stealthed, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and just put that buff immunity over here. I'm going to capture, once again, a Nightfall Trooper. Tempting, tempting, tempting. Let's get some TM and big hits. Not quite big enough at this point, but that's absolutely okay. Get rid of him. And then I'm definitely going to want to... Yeah, I'm going to use the Dire Fortitude to make sure that we have got necessary abilities and then work on the captured Nightfall Trooper. Doesn't really matter if we lose Plo at this point. Really want to be focusing down on the disguised clone troopers when we can. So I'm just going to do big hits over here. Take out this disguised clone trooper. Wonderful. Unfortunately, we're going to have to AoE here and eat a counterattack. Okay, we should be alright at this point, I think. Let's go ahead and call in my boy Smee. I was hoping for a little more damage than that. Take him out. Alright. So we might be okay here. We might still be okay. But we also might not, because we can't actually target that disguised clone trooper. He needs to come out of stealth. This might work. There we go. Wonderful. Going round into the next wave then. Let's go ahead and... Ooh, see, this is tempting. If I capture this guy, and then hopefully take out the other disguised clone trooper, that'll take him out lickety-split. Boom. Oh, wow, 180k on a basic. That's huge. I'm actually going to call in a Thano because I want to see that again. 130k. Huge. Absolutely huge. And take out the Nightfall trooper. And then just pop some people in the face. Now, don't get me wrong. I know that this uses Plo Koon. Plo Koon is not particularly necessary. You saw I didn't even remod him. I'll show you his modding in a second. He's just what I had to demonstrate with. You could probably use someone else, but I quite like Plo, even though he gets used in other teams as well. Ouch. That guy got absolutely shredded. Punched to death by Smee, or nearly punched to death by Smee, as the case might be. Oh, come on now, don't be that guy. Captain Athano, it's all down to you, buddy. Oh, you've got to love it, man. You've got to love it. Let's use this. And then take care of the disguised clone trooper. And that will be all she wrote. Full cleared there at the 2.8 tier. I think that's going to be a piece of cake when we've got full pirates. I think it's probably... I couldn't figure out how to get this to work underman. You lose too many stacks of execute at the R8 tier, but this shows it is in fact possible with a full team of pirates. Now, if you don't like running stuff like Bad Batch, for example, which is an awful team to run, this is something that you could do. You could see the mods I had on my Plo. That's the mods I had on my Plo, so it obviously didn't matter. He was just there to be an extra body, use some abilities, take some damage, and that was literally about it. But that's going to about do it today, ladies and gentlemen, for how to use the pirates in the raid. They work absolutely fine at the lower tiers. It gets harder and harder as the tiers go up. It doesn't actually get easier. Just mod for lots of damage and you should be good. Amazing stuff. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you on the next video, guys. Peace out, and may the force be with you.